just being out the ring. That's the frustrating part. And watching these other fighters fight and get their shine. So, I mean, like I said, I want to stay busy. As long as I stay busy and stay active, it won't bother me as much as opposed to staying on the sideline and waiting for a fight. This year I'm not waiting around for a fight or wait a couple months for a fight. If it's not there, then I'm gonna just move on to the next person.
Your critics kind of scrutinize that first through 6 rounds of the Kell Brook.
Yeah.
Do you chalk up anything that people didn't appreciate out of that fight to inactivity and being out the ring as long as you were?
I think that was my longest layoff, 9 months. Before that I was in the ring every 3 months, every 4 months I was in the ring. So, I mean, just the layoff, just fighting overseas. I mean, it takes time to get adjusted in the ring. You're fighting outside, you're fighting overseas, you're fighting in front of 30,000 fans. So it takes a little bit of time to get comfortable in there and get your rhythm going. And credit to Kell Brook. Kell Brook's a great fighter, but I was just off a beat a little bit.
Swept under the rug. Lamont Peterson, he was caught putting some weird stuff in his body a few years ago. Have y'all talked to the people at the top about that?
We doing blood and urine testing. I've been doing blood and urine testing my last couple fights, but I don't really say too much. I just let people talk and let people insinuate what they want to insinuate. But I don't really care about those things. But we doing blood and urine testing.
Well, since Lamont is a proven offender, do you make sure you dig into that a little deep before this fight, or you really?
Nah, I mean, like I said, we're doing blood and urine testing, so I mean, it's really nothing to dig into. I mean, I let the officials handle it. I mean, they've been in my house probably about 5-6 times, throughout this fight. So I mean, they're really aggressive. So I mean, I don't know if they're aggressive with him, they're aggressive with me. So I mean. Even like the last fight, the Kell Brook fight, we had 2 organizations doing it, and they was really aggressive. One time, they both came to my house at the same time. Both of them took blood from me at the same time. So I mean, and pee. So I mean, it get kind of frustrating because I mean, you're trying to make weight, and then you already peed, and you don't have to pee, and then somebody come knocking on your door and tell you, you got to drink some water so you can go pee. So I mean, it get kind of frustrating, but that's what makes the sport what it is, and keeps the sport clean.
So Floyd Mayweather made a statement.
Can I just touch up on that, because you said they came very aggressive for the last fight. Both came at the same time. Do you think that's because of the speculation amongst media or fans' chat rooms about Errol, and we've been here before with the assumptions of you possibly being on a performance enhancement drug? Do you think that's why these guys are coming so much? Because 5 times for an 8-week training camp seems like excessive.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But I mean, like I said, it gets kind of frustrating sometimes, especially when you already use the bathroom and they come and tell you, you got to pee. I mean, you got to hurry up and pee. And you got to pee to this limit. And you got to drink all this water and put the weight back on and things like that. I mean, keep the sport clean. I mean, they're doing their job. As long as they're doing the same thing with him, the guy I'm fighting, then there's no issue with it.
Now, what agency is testing you guys? Is it VADA? Because that is the one that caught Lamont the last time for it was actually testosterone replacement pellets under his arms. That's what he was using for that.
I don't know, but
he was getting hormone replacement there.
Nah, it's USADA.
Oh, USADA, not VADA.
Nah, not VADA.
Any reason why not VADA?
I have no idea.
Will you be willing to sign up for the VADA program when you do face Keith? Because as a WBC champion, you have to be under their rule.
Yeah, like with Kell Brook, I was doing VADA and USADA at the same time. So.
And who pays for that? Do you have to pay for it? Or does your promoter?
Let the promoter. No.
So as long as you don't have to pay, you continue to do it?
Nah, I'll still do it if I had to pay. I mean, I'll still do it. I mean, no problem.
Errol Spence, this is Jimmy Blue All Access Elite Boxing. Congratulations on your win in August against Kell Brook. Every fighter obviously learns something from every single fight. What do you take away from that now that you become champion?
Say it again?
I said every fighter learns something in every single fight. What do you take away from your last performance?
Just the whole experience factor. That I feel like that's the most valuable thing, you can get from a fight. That's why I tell a lot of guys, even when they want to turn pro early from the amateurs, and they don't have that many amateur fighters. Tell them, man, just get the experience, you know, and they help you out on professional levels, and they've been helping me out since. Like even like going to fight Kell Brook, like I got experience from the amateurs because I was on the national team, USA team. So I've been overseas fighting in different countries, fighting guys in their hometown, going away to Russia and Azerbaijan and places like that.
And let me ask you this, Errol. Now that you've gotten the experience, you got a lot of publicity. You're one of the hottest fighters in the sport of boxing. You cracked the top 10 this past year. Is it everything that you expected it to be?
Definitely. You know, basically, the only thing I didn't expect it to be, I thought, you know, I'd be fighting, you know, more often and be fighting, you know, big name opponents. Like, you know, after I win the title, okay, now it's time to unify and fight somebody else. But, you know, it didn't happen like I wanted. But everything else, you know, is what I expected it to be. You know, everybody goes through their own trials and, you know, things like that. So, you know, the goal is just stay focused, man. Stay focused, stay hungry, and stay dedicated. And it's going to happen. You know, timing is everything, so.
Explain to the fight fans where the man down slogan came from.
The man down slogan came from, it really came from, I was looking for something to post for a picture. And I was listening to a song, and then he was like, shots fired, man down. And then I just put shots fired, man down on my post because I got a knockout. And then I just started hashtagging man down after that, and then, you know, it was a wrap.
What would you say the difference is from a Lamont Peterson compared to a Kell Brook? What type of you know, differences do they impose on you?
I think Kell Brooks, I probably know that he's a little bit more physical and stronger. But Kell Brooks, I'm a big, strong fighter, and Kell Brooks is a real strong fighter too. And he's sharp too. With Lamont, he's probably a little bit more craftier. But I feel like Lamont would engage more than Kell Brooks. So, I mean, it's different quality, it's different things that they do good and different things that they do the same. But, I mean, Lamont's a way different fighter than Kell Brooks.
What's your thoughts on Floyd?